Hello and welcome around to this Warcraft replay. This is going to be the second game of a best of 3 series between XiXi spawning in as the blue Night Elf player in the top left and his opponent FoCuS, the grey Orc player in the top right. The map is on Twisted Meadows, so it is a relatively big map. Expect, I guess, at least a 15-minute game, or at least that's what I'm expecting, and hopefully it's not that long. Either way, last game, what exactly happened? I would say that XiXi played kind of a rushdown playstyle, or at least yeah, I guess that would be a good description of what happened in game one. Basically winning by just constantly pressuring his opponent's base, despite having such a high-tech army, and quite a large one at that. I guess well, I don't know. I think I watched the replay again and I did see that XiXi actually forced a cancellation on one of the Spirit Lodge for FoCuS, so that generally led to how the dots became so, I guess, so unstoppable at that point. Well, not really unstoppable, but just really couldn't be dealt with in FoCuS's end. So yeah, I think that's generally the reason how XiXi managed to pull it through. I wouldn't say it's necessarily his hero choices. I think on FoCuS's part, I think that his hero choice was not as great as would have been. If he chose the Shadow Hunter over the Tauren Chieftain, he might have had a slightly better chance because, well, I would say the Shadow Hunter is more of a good defensive hero than a Tauren Chieftain. Arguing whether or not who was the better aggressive and offensive hero, I don't know. It might still be the Shadow Hunter for that fact, with the hexes and the healing waves and all that. Who knows? It's just a matter of opinion for me. We have no hero out for XiXi. Oh, actually, wait. Where's the hero? There he is. There is the Demon Hunter. Demon Hunter versus Blade Master. He's going to go straight after that Voodoo Lounge. Might even force a cancellation right there, and yes, he will. FoCuS will not be greeted with a healing salve anytime soon, but it looks like he is not going to go back for quite some time. There we go with the detonation. Nice reaction times from XiXi once again. However, same thing cannot be said for FoCuS, as well, those peons don't really have any way of actually committing suicide, except for denying themselves to this creep camp, and that is gonna happen. I guess it works. Yeah, kind of. Either way, Blade Master sold himself, or sold the TB scroll for the Circle of Nobility. He's probably gonna pick up a boost of speed later on. Who knows? Tier 2 is on the way for both players. We also have a early or normal timed. Actually, is that really normal timed? You usually see Hunter Souls being placed down later on, unless you go in Huntresses, which is exactly what XiXi's going for. Demon Hunter Huntresses, you'd usually see Huntresses accompanied with a Warden, but Demon Hunter kind of works well as well. Yeah. I'm not sure if they really have synergy with each other, but they're really aggressive. Both heroes are really aggressive. Either way, we are having an Ancient Protector actually being placed down over here as well, and I'm pretty sure FoCuS is unaware of this, especially, I mean, just building it under the guise of night. That is a really, really, how should I describe it in a good way of words? I don't know, but apparently XiXi cancelled his tower for some reason. It might have just been by chance, but maybe he was thinking that, you know, to expect the worst, just cancel that tower and then probably resume building it later on. Who knows? It would have been spotted inevitably, so I guess, I don't know. So the Blade Master does have his boots and his double salves. The Voodoo Lounge is up and tier 2 is nearly completed. not that many Huntresses being trained up for this Night Elf army, only about 3 so far, and that is going to remain that. Ancient Protector once again cancelled, and that is pretty much going to give FoCuS the, I guess, incentive to pretty much prepare himself for any type of rushdown plays from XiXi. I mean, the fact that he went Huntresses and 3 Huntresses at that so early on is mainly just try and keep map control against FoCuS, so that later on he can just steamroll him with a couple of towers later on. We have a Shadowhunter coming in for FoCuS's second hero, and do we have a second one for XiXi? Yes, we do. We have a Firelord once again. Sad thing is, this is Twisted Meadows, so the distance between bases is not that close. So yeah, we also have Ancient of Winds on the way. Tier 3 has also started, but this might not be as favorable for XiXi as, I guess, Game 1, because this is a rather huge map. This is a really big map. And of course Shadowhunter is coming out, second hero as well, so that is going to be the one difference of that. Spirit Lodge has not been placed down yet, but the Spirit... I don't know. Who knows? Let's see how this will actually turn out. I would probably imagine Hex being the first ability for the Shadowhunter. We have Lava Spawn out, but he has yet to split off. There we go with the second one. Lava Spawns cost a lot of mana, so already 2 Lava Spawns, and Firelord is pretty much out of mana right now. Alright, let's see how this will turn out. The Lava Spawn is being focused down, but he's pretty much going to die very soon anyway, so might as well let him do the tanking. Who knows, he might actually get himself that split off very soon. Ancient Protector is going to hopefully move on out. There we go, eating himself a tree, and probably going to root himself very soon. So if you don't know, Night Elf Tower Rushes is not necessarily the fastest, but it is not necessarily the weakest either, because you don't really have to keep on building Ancient Protectors because they can just uproot themselves. However, this one is not looking too good and has been taken out with its heavy armor instead of fortified armor, which is rather sad. There we go, the nice 4-man surround right there on that grunt, and we'll take him out. That is the first bit of experience for pretty much both Night Elf heroes, which is very surprising. This Spirit Lodge probably going to be focused down. No, don't go for the Blade Master. Your dots won't really work out so well if you went for the Blade Master instead of the Spirit Lodge. Either way, we do have a split off right there with these lava spawns. Ancient Protector has once again uprooted himself, and that will pretty much make him kind of easy to kill. Not necessarily using the siege damage from these raiders, but just basically these grunts do kind of bit of damage as well. Firelord has been taken out at level 1, nicely done with the Hex as well. This Huntress will pretty much die as well, as, I mean, she is a little bunny. Will be taken out. Not the best of, I guess, openings, or at least the results that XiXi was looking for. Master's Training is on the way. He is reviving his Firelord, and that is pretty much that. This is gonna turn into basically just a game where the Orc army looks dominant, mainly because the Night Elf player just didn't play for the late game. He tried to end it as quickly as possible, and he is going to pay for it now by being a little bit behind. He is a hidden tick, but in terms of the army value in his army, actually, it's not really that great. Plus her intelligence, as well as the greater healing potion has been picked up. Oh, Blade Master has spotted this. We'll go for the trolls, as XiXi is going to abandon this. Troll Berserker has been hired up, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Usually Orc players would not take the Shadow Priest, as Shadow Priests really cost way more food than they should. And of course there's just Shadowhunter, who has the heals himself. Alright, army supply is 33 versus 49. You can clearly see the advantage for FoCuS right now. XiXi is or should be building off to Ancient of Winds, but it looks like we might have an expansion down instead. There was a large investment. Oh, it was just a third hero. Never mind. Firelord Tinker will be returning once again. And once again, just the reasoning behind this is that the Clockwork Goblins will hopefully provide some damage, but mainly just a front line for tanking. But obviously at level 1 it's not necessarily that strong. Firelord is being chased down by the level 3 Blade Master, who does have +8 attack. Dots will be taken out fairly quickly. The Greater Healing Potion has been used on the Firelord. He is nearly at level 2, who might be able to have the Soul Burn, which increases damage dealt to target units. But it does take a lot of mana as well, so not going to see that anytime soon. Night Elf Army is going to retreat instead, able to save that low hit point Dot as well. So obviously XiXi knows or is aware that he really can't face the Orc arsenal or the Orc army really. Just the composition is not that great against Raiders and Spirit Walkers, as well as the few grunts that are around still. Illyria's Field of Accuracy has been picked up for the Shadowhunter as well, so that is pretty much more damage for the Spirit Walkers and Shadowhunter. Not something that XiXi would like. He did pick up the Devotion Aura for that Demon Hunter, so he picked it up from that Rock Golem camp. Again, that is really a really common drop from, I mean, camps that drop aura items, and it will be sold immediately. I guess he just didn't see the worth in having those pretty much armorless dots with 1 armor. So basically, yeah, they will take a lot of damage. No mitigation whatsoever. That is going to be a really hard time for XiXi to actually deal with, especially since I don't think these dots utilize upgrades, and they don't. Okay, Ring of Generation on that Blade Master. We have nothing new for the Shadowhunter. Level 3, level 4 versus level 2, level 2, level 2. So I mean, I think the heroes are still way better for FoCuS as well. Troll Warlord will drop the Kajer's Gem of Health, which is basically 2 Perhaps of Vitality and 1. It is a fairly good item. Not sure how great on that Demon Hunter, but you know, it will keep him alive quite a bit. So yeah, probably should give it to the Firelord though, because he is pretty much one of the main targets for the Blade Master, or give it to the Tinker. Either or really. We do hear the Spirit Links being casted on the Orc army. That is quite a bit of an army. We even have Meat Shield Peasants, or Peons, being pulled from the main base as well. Pillage has been finished, so obviously we are going to see massive base assaults coming in from FoCuS. It is pretty much his turn to do some attacks against XiXi. We even have Fairy Dragons being trained up to try and counteract these Spirit Walkers, as well as the Shadowhunter. There we go with the Silence, not Silence, but Cyclones being casted. Coda Beast has really no one to eat. Otherwise, rather unfortunately, he's not eating someone. Demon Hunter is being focused down, and really, no Sap Preservation, really? It must have been on cooldown, because the Demon Hunter has been taken out level 2. That is going to be rather crippling for the Night Elf army. Despite being able to push his opponent away, as soon as the Shadowhunter get himself a healing wave, this is pretty much going to turn around for XiXi. Nice focus fire from these dots, but these guys will eventually, eventually wear themselves out. Cyclone can't be cast on forever. Troll Berserker is being quickly focused down. Nicely done right there. The Shadowhunter does have the Fairy Fire on him, so I mean he can't run away from the Night Elf army. And there we go with the healing wave, and yeah, there we go with the slight turnaround right there. Not as a straight and sharp turnaround as I thought, but nevertheless. And we even have a level 2 lava spawn as well. I believe that is a level 2. He is bigger than those lava spawns we've seen before. And I would imagine it takes even more mana to summon, or maybe just the same. Demon Hunter is, well, almost revived. He is revived right now. I probably would have expected an expansion coming in from XiXi just to get that economic advantage, but apparently that's not going to happen. So yeah, this is a rather odd predicament really. If he goes for an expansion, he's going to be behind an army. If he builds an army, he's really screwed because his army's not really that good. Commit to this army, who is currently 0-1, and we even have Troll Bat Riders as well, so that is kind of anti-building, anti-dots, I guess. Really, just having the air dominance is not really that great in terms of XiXi's standpoint. His Demon Hunter might even be focused down again. There we go, that is second death for the Demon Hunter. I can't really imagine how well XiXi can actually deal with this, because his resource is basically being used to revive dead heroes. He has yet to revive his Tinkerer as well, and oh, apparently he did revive his Tinkerer, but he died again. And the Philo is going to be taken out as well. GG from XiXi, and that is going to be game 2. Whew. Either way, there will be a game 3, and yeah, stay tuned for that. I'll see you guys next time.